Chasing it out there is Stephen O'Sullivan. Stephen O'Sullivan making it hard. This one pulled across in front of the goal. Far more as a sting out, it breaks down. And a pull and a goal! Goal! Good evening and welcome to Parker Inn for the County Junior B Hurling Championship Final of 2012. Rathpeacon in blue and white playing the black and amber of Castlemagner. We see the referee out in the centre of the field. That's Michael Sheehy from Shanballymore and his officials. And the Rathpeacon boys warming up and doing their little drills over. Beyond them over we see the photographs being taken for a big panel from Castlemagner. Junior B Hurling Championship Day. Big day for small clubs here in Parker Inn. A county final, everything to play for. And as we see the Rathpeacon boys warming up, some of the Castlemagner boys going into the dugouts. More of them will go up towards the Blackrock end here of Parker Inn. There is a breeze blowing from the city and over towards the Blackrock end of Parker Inn here this evening. It will certainly be worth a point or two to both sides. I see the Castlemagner captain is coming over to talk to the referee. Cahan captain, it doesn't say on the programme. As the Rathpeacon man there as well, big man he is too. It's number 6, Cian Clifford for, they'll be marking each other, Cian Clifford for Rathpeacon and Sean Falvey for Castlemagner, going over for the throw-in, getting all the formalities and the little bit of secretarial work out of the way before the hostilities begin. And the teams are now, and give you the Rathpeacon team first. In goal, Dennis Murphy. Right corner back, Tony Fury, number 2, Sean Ahern, full back, number 3, and Robbie McGinn wearing number 4 in the left corner. The half-back line is Paul O'Neill on the right, Cian Clifford centre half-back, and Brendan Hallisey on the left wearing number 7. At centre field we have Brendan Ahern with 8 and Brian Quinlan at 9. The right half forwards is George O'Callaghan, centre forward Aidan O'Brien, and on the left is Derry O'Sullivan. The full forward line sees Sean Tehan, top of the right, 13. Full forward Richard O'Riordan, and in the left corner Brendan McGinn. The subs for Rathpeacon are Roy O'Brien, Kevin Fury, Graham Punch, Martin O'Sullivan, Steve Lewis, Finbar Quinlan, Emmett Leahy, Declan O'Riordan, Dave O'Donovan, James Conway and Brendan McAvoy. We'll swing over now and we look at the Castlemagner lineup. In goal they have Shane Kerrigan, number 1. Number 2, right corner back is Kieran O'Mahony, Alan Lucy, centre back number 3, and on the left Dennis Mead with 4 on his back. The half backs are Pat Gare, number 5, on the right David O'Mahony, centre back and centre back, and on the left Cian O'Sullivan, number 7. At midfield they have Donica Gare and Donal Gare. Their half forward line, number 10 on the right is Conor Murphy, Sean Falvey is at 11 and Alan Morrissey is on the left with 12 on his back. The full forward line sees Sean Cott in the right corner, Brian Barry on the edge of the square at full forward, and Alan Gould wearing number 15. me there before I got as far as giving you the Castlemagner subs. 11 as well they have on the line tonight. 16, Stephen Tobin, Dennis Finn, Brendan O'Callaghan, Owen Ryan, Aidan O'Sullivan, Stephen O'Connell, Danny O'Callaghan, Thomas Lenihan, Brendan Lyons, Eugene Cronin and Patrick Hanlon. So the preliminaries and all the little bits that have to be done are nearly done now. The referee is out the middle of the field. The Castlemagner boys will be defending the Blackrock goal, playing down into the city end of Páirc Uí Rinn. That means that Rathpeacon will have the wind. No, they will not. It's the other way around. In fact, it's the Rathpeacon who are playing down to the city end. Castlemagner will have the wind in the first half of this final. So everything is ready out in the centre of the field. The referee from Shanballymore counting up to make sure everybody is ready. And we are about to get the 2012 Junior B County Hurling Final underway. Big crowd here for the first match as well between Kilmeen and David O'Mahuna's. O'Mahuna's getting a 2-goal victory. This one comes out to Rathpeacon out as far as their midfielder. That's Brian Quinlan. It's set high, and in the first minute, I reckon we have only 14 seconds gone. The first score of the game from Brian Quinlan, Ilorna Páirc for Rathpeacon, 1 point to no score. And Castlemagner's goalkeeper with the first touch for him is Shane Kerrigan. With the wind, getting it out just to halfway, comes near the sideline, touched on by the Rathpeacon man, gets it up the wing, touches off the hand of the Brendan McGinn out over the sideline, and it will be a sideline cut to Castlemagner, and it will be taken by Pat Gare. Pat Gare going back to take this one. It's just between the 45 and the 65 in his own half of the field. The referee getting the players to move back. Too near, that's it. Pat Gare will get another little run up to this one, and he cuts it. Cuts it well, cuts it long, up they go. Down it comes towards the sideline again. Rathpeacon man turns around, goes off the foot, however, of Paul O'Neill, the right half back, out over the sideline, and another sideline cut to Castlemagner, moving up the field. This one to be taken by their captain, Sean Falvey. Captain Sean Falvey, wearing number 11, being marked by Captain Cian Clifford, number 6 for Rathpeacon. Cut across in front of the goal, about 40 yards out from the Rathpeacon goal, over the shoulder shot, full back inside all on his own, has time to drive this one out into the centre of the field. Touchdown off the hurley of the Castlemagner man moving up the field. Sean Falvey tried to get the ball into his hand, got a nudge as it came to him. Rathpeacon centre half back goes back, and Cian Clifford drives the play over to the far side of the field, trying to bring his number 12, Derry O'Sullivan, into it. Derry beaten that occasion. Castlemagner man can't hold the ball, pulled on a wild pull there by the Rathpeacon player to be a free in to Castlemagner, and a chance for them to equalise with just 2 minutes of play gone in this county final. A Hurley being replaced. I see it's Cian Clifford is on Hurley number 2 already, as the Castlemagner man stands over this ball. It's about halfway between the 45 and the 65, which would make it about 55 yards out from the Rathpeacon goals. That's the full forward to take this one, Brian Barry. Steadying himself, the referee writing away in his little notebook. Did he take a tick or a note there of the offending player as Brian Barry hits this one? He has plenty of height in it anyway, and accuracy too. So over the bar, 1 point each after just 2.5 minutes of the first half of this Junior B County final. Now the first touch of the ball for the Rathpeacon goalkeeper is Dennis Murphy. Dennis Murphy standing back, he swings it across his body and drives it out into the centre of the field. Up they go, hands reaching and grabbing. Castlemagner man tries to edge it on, back and comes Castlemagner there to get it. Their centre half back is David O'Mahony. David O'Mahony up along the sideline on the far side of the field, scrappy enough over there, goes off somebody's boot. The linesman puts up the flag, and I think it will be to Castlemagner going in towards the Blackrock end. Will be this sideline cut over right in front of the Castlemagner dugout, in front of the open standing stand on the roadside here in Páirc Uí Rinn. Cut by left half back Cian O'Sullivan. Cian O'Sullivan gets it in front of the goal. Back first to react to this one. Nice tap out, gets it out as far as Paul O'Neill. Paul O'Neill beaten, however, Castlemagner nearly in there for a split second. A chance out, it comes to their midfielder. Their midfielder is Donnacha Gare, trying to get hard, well blocked out. Good defence by Rathpeacon. Great defence by the fullback there was Sean Ahern. Sean Ahern did very well, but Castlemagner moving towards the goal, still in the danger area, pulled out by Rathpeacon, getting it out to this side of the field, racing on for it between 13 and 15, Brendan McGinn and Sean Teagan. They can't get the ball as far as the opposite 13, who seem to get away from it. There is Sean Cott. Sean Cott gets it in. Still not out of the danger area for Rathpeacon, but the hurling came across. We heard the clash of the ash. We heard the illegal clash of the ash. It was a pull across there by Anna Gould, and it will be a free out to be taken by the Rathpeacon defence. Number 4 for them is Robbie McGinn to take this one. Robbie gets it. Half misses it, but back it comes and nicely picked up by the centre half back, Cian Clifford. Cian Clifford gets it down to the Rathpeacon forward, takes a push in the back, but gets away with it. Brendan McGinn strikes this one into the corner. Good ball inside. Here come Rathpeacon again. Turn, shoot on sight is the policy. That one goes harmlessly off, out to the left and wide. So the first wide of the game for Rathpeacon, and the score remains 1 point Rathpeacon, 1 point Castlemagner, and nearly 5 minutes of play gone. Castlemagner goalkeeper Shane Kerrigan to take this puck out, all in black. In fact, I noticed the Rathpeacon goalkeeper is not wearing a distinctive goalkeeper's jersey as he should. I think the referee should really take action with that. It's supposed to be, as this one is pucked out, coming out now to far side of the field, out over the sideline, and a line ball to Castlemagner. They take it free, is hit by number 7 for them, Cian O'Sullivan. It's long, but it's not accurate enough, and it goes wide. Yes, well, I suppose that it is a little bit different. There are white sleeves in it, but it's the navy blue body on the goalkeeper, Dennis Murphy's jersey. And out they come, this one dropping in the centre of the field. Richard O'Riordan under it for Rathpeacon. Castlemagner pick it up and come away there, trying to get this one up into their forwards. Well pulled on by Paul O'Neill. Paul O'Neill gets it in towards the full forward line. Number 10 did well. Georgie Callahan did well for Rathpeacon, but goes away from him. And Castlemagner on the attack again. Down it comes towards the man with number 14 on his back. This is Brian Barry. Free taker, plays this one low in across the defence. Won't come up for the Castlemagner man. He goes down as the ball comes up, and Rathpeacon are able to clear it out into the centre of the field, out as far as their man wearing full forward, playing away out. Richard O'Riordan has it taken away from him, out over the sideline, touched away by Donald Gare. Donald Gare with the long hair. I'm a poet and I don't know it, and it will be a sideline cut to Rathpeacon just on their own 65, and this one will be taken by their right half back, Paul O'Neill. Up along the line, low ball, comes back towards the opposing number 5. That's Pat Gare switching that play, striking a good ball in towards the forwards. Defence should be there, however. Number 4 playing it on the ground, out towards the sideline, out over the sideline, on the far side, on the road side of Park Inn, and it will be a sideline cut to Castlemagner. Must say so far Castlemagner seem to have the cleaner strikers of the ball. Rathpeacon having a few miss-hits out of defence in particular, and not striking the ball as cleanly as the Castlemagner boys. Slide ball over on the far side, cut into the centre, well cut out by the Rathpeacon man, picks it up one-handed and then drives it. That's good hurling from Brian Quinlan for Rathpeacon, in as far as the goalkeeper Shane Kerrigan, who returns it with interest. Up they go for it in the centre. Rathpeacon man does well to push it down, and here they come again. Good hooking by Castlemagner back into the centre. Castlemagner driving out, it's there. Right half back Pat Gare, who gets this one, fighting hard for it, trying to get it up at Castlemagner, going back for it. The man with 13 on his back is Sean Cott, Jack Cott, and Jack Cott driving this ball in towards the half back line, well tidied up inside there by number 7. Number 7 is Brendan Hallisey, getting it out for Rathpeacon, touched in the centre of the field, touched away from a comrade in black and amber, but it's Rathpeacon who push on and come down the middle. Nice ball flicked away into space and pulled on first time and hurled first time by Rathpeacon to this side of the field. Play switched over again now. Castlemagner man going to come to this one first. Won't come the first time, does the second time, as we have played now just 8 minutes and 20 seconds in this first half. 1 point between the sides. Here we go again. Castlemagner on the attack. Jack Cott with the long shot. Doesn't come off a chance the second time. Came back to Sean Falvey, and Sean Falvey putting that one out over the end line and wide. The first wide of the game for Castlemagner, and it will be a puck out for Rathpeacon and their goalkeeper Dennis Murphy. So A break in play now as we wait for Dennis Murphy to get a new schlitter, a replacement schlitter. I must say, a lot of the crowd that were here for the first match, there was a big crowd in for the football match. West Cork, Carbery men, they're gone home. Back to Castletown, Kinnan, Coppeen, back to Rossmore and Ballygurteen as we have the boys from Castlemagner and Rathpeacon to beat it out here for the hurling championship. Rathpeacon men running into trouble in the centre of the field, the all yellow and the black of Castlemagner hurling this ball into space. That space is filled by the Rathpeacon centre half back, Cian Clifford, and Cian Clifford driving down the field, going on a run, followed by two men from Castlemagner. They eventually hook him. This is a nice ball into the centre forward. He takes a step inside, swings this ball out the wing towards Conor Murphy. Conor Murphy beaten to it. Here come Rathpeacon again, working hard for each other. Won't come the first time. Very near the sideline, on the line, broke the flag. Will be a line ball for Castlemagner. The referee having a word there with Robbie McGinn. I don't know why. He must have seen something. I thought that ball was on the line when he pulled on it. It was just by the flag. Maybe he's giving out to him for breaking the flag. As we have this sideline cut to be taken by Pat Gare for Castlemagner, and he cuts another good one into the centre. Well read there inside by the centre half back, Cian Clifford pulling across, having been blocked down, then pulled across the hurley. Free in to Castlemagner and a chance for them to go 2-1 ahead. A bit of afters going on there between the Rathpeacon man and Brian Barry, as Brian Barry is now ready to take the free about 30 yards out from the Rathpeacon goal. Should be an easy enough opportunity to convert. I hope I'm not putting the curse of the commentator on him, as I see the Castlemagner watermen on the sideline with the black and amber jerseys, Dr. Croak's jerseys, as Brian Barry hits this one accurately, straight and through, over the bar. 8 minutes gone. And it's now puck out, dropping in the centre of the field, tidied up there by the Rathpeacon man, working hard. Rathpeacon finding it hard to get down the field. This well struck over the half back line in towards the full forward line. George O'Callaghan couldn't control that one, chasing in it, but out it comes into the centre of the field. Castlemagner, the man with the red helmet. The man with the red helmet is Donnacha Gare, and Donnacha Gare gets it out this side of the field. Man playing well for Rathpeacon is Cian Clifford, and Cian Clifford driving that ball back down with interest. Well caught inside there by the corner forward, hand passes it back. This is George O'Callaghan. George O'Callaghan looking to make a bit of rope, turns around, swings it across, low in front of the goal. Defender does well, going back there was Kieran O'Mahony, and a good clearance by Kieran O'Mahony. Well taken away there by Richard Reardon for Rathpeacon. First time shot from Richard O'Regan, goes off to the right and out and wide, so a let off there for Castlemagner. Richard snapshot in that occasion, and that one going wide. Puck out again. Shane Kerrigan with the puck to this side of the field. Up they go. Rathpeacon man lets it run on. Castlemagner man touches it, flicks a nice ball inside towards his centre half forward, Sean Falvey. Sean Falvey gets it as far as Jack caught high from the sideline. Accurate? No. The umpire waves his hands, extends his arms, says it was wide. So a let off there for Rathpeacon. It was a bit ambitious.
Everyone here were conversation.
And that was a bit ambitious from the sideline and going out. It did well caught there by the man at midfield is Donal Gare, and Donal Gare is fouled as he came away from Richard O'Riordan, and to be a free for Castlemagner. Big men on both sides. I see that Richard O'Riordan, who started with 14 on his back, has moved out to centre field with George O'Callaghan gone full forward. This one is back to Cian O'Sullivan to strike it into the danger area. Oh, wonderful catch by another big man there, Cian Clifford, who gets it out for Rathpeacon, but only as far as number 13, who plays a nice ball across, running onto the space is Sean Falvey. Sean Falvey flicking it out to the side, this side the field, pulled on first time, but not a great effort on that occasion, and that one going once again off to the left. The wide's beginning to mount up now for Castlemagner as that one came off Alan Gould's stick, and they say don't let it go wide on your own side, at least put it across in front of the goal, as Dennis Murphy gets this ball out to the 65, up they go in the centre of the field, batted down, the man who was pulling in the air didn't succeed, the man who was batting did, nice ball inside, good skill, can he catch it, and he swings it across in front of the goal, Keane Clifford having a stormer at centre back for Rathpeacon, shows a bit of football skill as well, gets it out, low ball down the centre, position's gone everywhere though, as that one comes back to David O'Mahony, who drives it in towards the goal. Dennis Murphy was happy to let it bounce and go out harmlessly over the end line. Wides beginning to mount up now for Castlemagner. They're not turning them into points. They lead by one, however, 2 points to 1 halfway through the first half, as this one is going to be pucked out again by Dennis Murphy, definitely the busier of the two goalkeepers. Up they go, Lorna Park. The ball comes down. Rathpeacon on the break plays this one in long over the half back line again, trying to bring the full forward line into play. Tight and pulling guy on there. The illegal pull, or the pull that was penalised, was by a Rathpeacon man, and to be a free out for Castlemagner, according to referee Michael Sheehy from Shanballymore, and to be a chance of them to get that ball down into the Rathpeacon half of the field. This one's going to be taken by their centre half back, gone back to take this one back beyond his own line, but he'll still be driving at a good distance. It's Cian O'Sullivan who seems to be their free man. He drives it down as far as 13. 13 is Jack Hott. Jack Hott is off on a run. He's being chased by Paul O'Neill. Paul O'Neill did very well to flick that ball away. Still inside the corner for Castlemagner, though this one going towards the goal and got over the bar. A good score there by Conor Murphy for Castlemagner. 3 points to 1 now. Great work done by the Rathpeacon defender Paul O'Neill as Jack Cott was going through. Got a nice flick off him, off the hurley, flicked the ball away. It came down to Conor Murphy. Conor Murphy had one look at the goals and bang, dead-eye Dick over the bar. Here we have this one dropping in the centre of the field again. Up they go for it. People trying to put up their hands, maybe better off to do a bit of batting. Down it comes to Rathpeacon moving away. Georgie Callan plays it low in towards the full forward line. Number 15 inside there is Brendan McGinn. Brendan McGinn driving this one towards the goal. Under pressure, a bit of a snapshot however, and that one going wide. So another wide for Rathpeacon, and another puck out for Shane Kerrigan, the Castlemagner goalkeeper. Shane switching the play to the far side of the field. It comes down to the man on his own, well pulled on by Sean Falvey for Castlemagner. Controlled it in the air, came down and pulled first time. The ball eventually goes out over the sideline, over in front of the stand, the standing stand on the roadside of Park Erin. This one will be cut by the right half back. I think it is Paul O'Neill. Gets a long one down here. Castlemagner man all on his own for a moment is their centre half back David O'Mahony, who returns it up into the corner. Down it comes to Conor. Conor got a point while ago, plays this one low in towards the sideline. Back goes the defender. As he got the ball, he tried to turn, took his eye off it for a second and slid it off in his hand, snuck out over the end line, and a 65 for Castlemagner. And I imagine this one will be taken by Cian O'Sullivan. Seem to be taking all their frees so far. Coming across from this one, 65 metres out from the Rathpeacon goal. That's going to make it over the bar. Down it comes to the full forward line, bats it down, pulls on it low, half a chance, but it's going to be cleared out by Rathpeacon, or should be cleared out in any case. The defence holding for him there on that occasion. Kicked out eventually, back it comes, pulled on, still in the danger area, had a bit of a fresh air, gets it up into the hand, had a fine clearance, a clever clearance, and out this side of the field. Rathpeacon moving down into the other side of the field. That's George O'Callaghan battling might and main for Rathpeacon to get this one up. There seemed to be a push on Brendan McGinn on that occasion as he tried to scoop it up to George, and it will be a free in to Rathpeacon from just outside the 65. The referee having a word with Jack Cott from Castlemagner, and to be a chance now for Rathpeacon's midfielder, who is Brian Quinlan. He got the first point of the game after 13 seconds. A chance now, in fact that was the only score so far from Rathpeacon, a chance for him to extend their score to 2 points. It's going, it's looking good, but the umpire didn't like it at the last minute and waved it wide, so it still remains 2 points to 1 in this first half. I make it about 6 minutes to half time as this one is dropped out to this side of the field. Up they go. the bat down. Well done. Ball O'Neill batting it down. Good hurling from the boy from Rathpeacon down to Brian Quinlan. What'll he do? He swings the play across in front of the goal. Hand went up, down it comes. Rathpeacon take a quick hand pass again. Man going through inside in front of the goal. The goalkeeper comes out and eventually goes off. A defender's stick onto an attacker's stick, and it goes out wide. Shane Kerrigan, the goalkeeper, is down. There was a half a chance there as that one was going in towards the Castlemagner goal. Maybe the last pass wasn't the best advised. Might have done better if he had blazed it low himself. But either way, the goalkeeper is still on the ground. The referee going in to see if he needs attention. The medicos are arriving with the big mauler, and we'll see what will happen now as referee Michael Sheehy checks on the well-being and the safety and the welfare of the Castlemagner goalkeeper Shane Kerrigan, who came out bravely on that one, and eventually the ball scooted out over the end line and wide. Great. So all's well in the world again with Shane Kerrigan resuming his position after getting some medical attention there inside the goal after that last Rathpeacon attack. And there George O'Callaghan bundled off the ball on that occasion. Castlemagner hungry and rearing forward towards the goal. This one comes in as far as Donnacha Gare. Donnacha Gare with a chance. Brilliant hooking by Rathpeacon and pulling on the ground, hurling it on the ground. It comes as far as Brendan McGinn is fouled as he tried to bring that ball forward. The Castlemagner man didn't like it. I think it's number 14, Brian Barry. He pulled up very suddenly off the ball. Is it a hamstring that we see? No, he seems to be okay. I thought the way he stopped that time that something had gone inside in his thighs, but seems to be okay again. And this one now to be taken by Brian Quinlan. Bit too long maybe for him to score. The last one he struck wasn't on target, just slightly off to the left. He's now on his own 65 and he drives a huge one in towards the end line. Trying to keep it in play inside there was Richard O'Regan, trying to pull on the ball baseball style across the goal. Might have been better just to stop it. So Shane Kerrigan with the puck out, trying to bring his wing forward into play. His wing forward is number 12, Alan Morrissey, and Alan Morrissey gets this one up at the second attempt as the go back comes around. Good hurling by the Rathpeacon man, making it tough. Ball gone to ground under the knee of Alan Morrissey. The referee very quickly in to blow it up there before anybody pulled or did anything extraordinary or anything strange, and it will be a clash ball right here in front of us. 2 in. The referee getting the players back on both sides, telling them move away. He's not going to throw it in, he drops it in, and Rathpeacon win the clash, but back it comes to the centre half back, David O'Mahony. And David O'Mahony switches the play over to the far side of the field. Defender did well, kept his eye on it, got it up, but now it goes onto the ground. Conor Murphy, who got a point a while ago, gets this one back into the centre towards Jack Cott. Jack Cott going at a bit of a dance, hops the ball, side foots it up along the field. Haven't seen that in a while, in towards the goal, but that one goes off and wide again. Certainly neither of the two sides are being that accurate with half chances out around the half forward line. Another one goes a begging for Castlemagner. Rathpeacon also guilty of missing a few. And this puck out by Dennis Murphy now as he's having a look where he put it. He drives it to this side of the field, trying to bring his left half forward into play. And rightly so, because the wing forward wins it in the air. Brilliantly taken away from him. The massive bit of hurling there by right half back Pat Gare. Pat Gare gets it as far as Sean Falvey. Sean Falvey in front of the goal. Ball on the ground, full forward has it, trying to turn, trying to make a bit of room for himself. Ball balanced on his stick, ball balanced on the ground now, picks it up, won't come the first time. Rathpeacon battling away hard still. Brian Barry still with possession, gets it back as far as Jack Cott. Jack Cott tries to get it away, moving away from the Rathpeacon men, very near the sideline over there, into the centre. 2 Rathpeacon men, fumble it maybe between them. Brian Barry has it, and he's fouled as he came across with that ball. There were chances to have it cleared. Something happened off the ball, the referee moving it forward, and he's moving it in now to within 35 yards of the Rathpeacon goal. A chance for Castlemagner to go 3 ahead. The score at 3-1. As we approach half time, this could make it 4-1. And in this game, scores are very scarce. Brian Barry, the man who was fouled, to take this one. Halfway between the left half forward position and the left corner forward position. Green helmet and Brian steadying himself. Yes, indeed. The umpire going for the flag immediately over the bar. 4-1 to Castlemagner, and I make it about 2 minutes to half time. We will have a bit of time to be added on for that injury to the Castlemagner goalie, which took maybe 3 minutes. This one is pucked out again by Dennis Murphy over to the far side of the field, broken down, pulled on, and back it comes to Castlemagner. Castlemagner looking good as they run up the sideline on the far side of the field, trying to get inside, ball on the ground. Well cleared by Rathpeacon, however, in towards their full forward line. But Castlemagner there in numbers. Centre half back is David O'Mahony. David O'Mahony switching the play into the space. A great run here, nicely picked up by the Castlemagner man, and off he goes. This is centre forward Sean Falvey, playing captain's part, being chased by Brian Quinlan. And Falvey hits this one in front of the goal. The defence does very well though. As across came Cian Clifford. Cian Clifford got the hurley up, got the ball out over the end line at 65. So it's a 65 for Castlemagner, and I've no doubt that it'll be Cian O'Sullivan, their number 7, who will come up to take this one. He seems to be taking everything back from his own half back line up to the half forward line. That would have been a massive score by Sean Falvey, a great run, being chased all the way by Brian Quinlan. The cheer went up from the Castlemagner crowd here behind me in the stand. They thought it was going over the bar. It dropped a bit short. Across came Cian Clifford, and Cian Clifford eventually getting it out over the end line to the sanctuary of the end line for a 65. And Cian O'Sullivan and the referee having a little chat out there. The linesman is there as well, as this one. This one now is not being taken by Cian. It's Brian Barry coming out to take it. He scored 2 already. Taking great care with the placing of the ball. The referee tootles away there and says, come on. He certainly has the elevation, has he the distance. The umpire signalled with his hand before he went for the flag that it was over the bar. So 5-1 now to Castlemagner, and Rathpeacon are facing an uphill battle. They need to get down the field, they need to get scores. They scored in the 20th second of this first half. They haven't scored since. This one has dropped in past halfway, well batted down, racing into the space. Centre forward goes away and comes back to the corner forward and passes the ball in. Not the best ball ever, not the best choice of execution, and out comes the left half back Brendan Hallisey for Rathpeacon, gets it as far as Tony Fury, and Tony Fury belts it down the field towards Derry O'Sullivan. Derry O'Sullivan in towards the full forward line. Good diagonal ball across. Once again, 3 Castlemagner men there, however, only 2 Rathpeacon men, and that ball is eventually cleared out by Pat Kerr. A good clearance. Races away towards Alan Gould. Alan Gould for Castlemagner. Brilliant block down by Tony Fury for Rathpeacon. Still it's Castlemagner in possession. The hand pass backwards. Man stepping away from the tackle and drives a long, long ball. Is it good enough? It is indeed. A massive score from Jack Cott into the field. And in the last few minutes, just before half time here, the gap is widening now. 6-1 to Castlemagner. And really they're looking to sharper hurlers at this stage. A 5-point gap as Dennis Murphy, busy goalkeeper all evening, gets this one out into the centre of the field. Down it comes to George O'Callaghan. George O'Callaghan has for company over there on the far side, has David O'Mahony up along the wing. Back it comes towards Paul O'Neill for Rathpeacon. Won't come up for him, getting a bit of company there too from Conor Murphy. Ball out on the far side of the field. Over there, racing onto it. Castlemagner man with it. That's Cian O'Sullivan. Cian O'Sullivan driving this one up into the corner. Racing on towards it is Brian Barry. Brian Barry has a bit of room. He's in the corner. He plays a low ball across. Brilliant ball across. And it's a brilliant save inside by Dennis Murphy. Must say, great ball across the field from Brian Barry towards the in-rushing forward. He hit it first time. Dennis Murphy did brilliantly to save it. Eventually got it out over the 65. And there's a chance now, I imagine, for Castlemagner to go further ahead. Will Brian Barry come out, or will Cian O'Sullivan take this one? Here we are, very near half-time here in Páirc Uí Rinn. It is Brian Barry making the long way out. I'll tell you how long it is. It's 65 metres out from the goal. And he's going to take this one. It could be the last act of the first half. He has scored 3 already, 6 points to 1. Will this make it 7? Will this put 2 clear goals between the sides as we approach the half-time whistle? Takes great care with his freeze, gets it up nicely, definitely has no problem with the distance, and definitely has no problem with the accuracy. It's 7-1, and Castlemagner building up a commanding lead. Rathpeacon, the earlier to settle and score as they got a point after. Gone home it. This one is pucked out now, up they go in the centre again. Rathpeacon with a bit of room here, if the man can pick it up on the run, he does well. And across came the Castlemagner man, had the Hurling down, chopped down on top of it. So a chance for Rathpeacon now to get another point on the scoreboard. They certainly had a point very early. Is this a chance for them to get a point very late as Aidan O'Brien looks over this about 47 metres out from the Castlemagner goal. Aidan O'Brien with number 11 on his back, centre forward, hits this one accurately to high it over the bar. So it's 7-2 now as half-time beckons. The referee looking at his watch, looking at his notebook. Not much left in it, I'd say, at this stage. We are in the time added on for that injury to Shane Kerrigan. And over across to the far side of the field, number 9 on his own is Donald Gare for Castlemagner. He's not on his own anymore though. Rathpeacon then in and gets that ball up and passes it into the centre fielder, who drives a good low ball in towards the goal. Well taken inside by the cornerback and well cleared by the cornerback out to this side of the field. Took his eye off it for a second. Has the speed to go around though. That is Alan Morrissey. Alan Morrissey is fouled, however, as he tried to get away from Brendan Hallisey, and it will be a free in to Brian Barry, making his way out to take this one to Castlemagner on the pop of half time here. The linesman showing him where to place the ball. See, we'll place it, settle his feet, check the grass, and try and put this one over. He's got 2 long ones already, so it's worth his while taking care, like a golfer, pushing away the imaginary blade of grass behind it and all. Steadying now. The Rathpeacon supporters would prefer if he hurried on. He's taking his time, as I say. Putting pressure on him from the others. Hits this one high. Is it accurate enough? It does indeed seem to be over the bar. 8 points to 2 for Castlemagner on the half-time whistle. Great performance of free-taking from Brian Barry, and a late score and a very early score for Rathpeacon is all they have to show. But 8 points, 3 or 4 of them from Pat Barry, certainly make a 2-goal game look comfortable for Castlemagner. We'll be back with the story of the second half.